The Shark Deck.
I'm Johnny Mac with 5 good news stories. Good news for Diane Gordon. Her car broke down. Well, that's not good news, Johnny Mac. Why are you being such a jerk? No. She had to walk to work, and one day on the walk, she found $15,000. Well, $14,780 to be exact. Yeah, about a year ago, Diane Gordon's Jeep Liberty broke down, and ever since, she's been walking 2.5 miles each way to and from work 5 days a week. She couldn't afford a new car. One day, she spotted a Ziploc bag with the 15 grand in it. I happened to look down. There was a bag of money. I picked it up, and there were some papers that went with it, and I turned it over, and there was even more money. She knew that keeping the money would be life-changing, but she refrained from opening the cash-filled bag. I just looked at it, and I knew it wasn't mine. I knew what I needed to do. She went into a gas station and called the police. Ready for the twist? The police called her back in 2 hours and said they found whose money it is. Now, I'm thinking like, all right, drug dealers or something? No. It was a young couple who had gotten married earlier in the day. The police chief said there were wedding cards with a name on it. We were able to get the money back to them. Gordon said, if it doesn't belong to you, you don't keep it. I didn't do anything special. All I did was return something that didn't belong to me. But wait, there's more. So Stacy Connell, whose husband was the police officer that responded to the initial call, was touched by Gordon's selflessness, set up a GoFundMe. Stacy Connell said, as a police officer's wife, I typically hear the bad things, so this was obviously heartwarming. I was hoping we could get her a car. In less than a week, more than $60,000 was donated from strangers. Gordon used the money. She's got a brand new green Jeep Compass. She says, I absolutely love it. It's got a steering wheel warmer and a backup camera. All these things I've never had before. She's also looking forward to driving to work. It'll only take 10 minutes instead of an hour. A jogger at San Francisco's Ocean Beach helped save a dog who was trapped under some large rocks. The jogger was running along the beach. He heard a bark, decided to stop. He found a dog looking up from the rocks. Animal control officers raced to the scene, pulled the dog to safety. It's not clear how the dog became trapped. The dog's named Gwen, and it was reunited with her family. That's awesome. How about this one? A Portland senior tracked down an Okinawan family based on the photos left behind in an album her late husband plucked from the shrapnel-strewn beaches of Okinawa in 1945. Yeah, in 1945, the Navy and Marines landed on the beaches of Okinawa during the closing stages of the War of the Pacific. Duke Whedon stormed the beaches as part of the third wave. He found himself holding a black photo album filled with pictures of family, toddlers, and high schoolers. Duke had enough humanity in him to hope that one day the album might be returned after the war. Duke passed away in 2012. His youngest son, Ken, found the album in his Navy trunk in the family home in Portland, Oregon. Duke's second wife, Carolyn, said, most family members thought it was a lost cause, reminding me how long ago it happened and how many people had been killed in the war in addition to those who died of old age. My youngest son and his friend, however, started the search with enthusiasm. They made a few calls, most of which were never returned. Carolyn mentioned it to her guitar teacher, who immediately called his Japanese friends. They translated every page of the photo album. Then they randomly ran into former Marine officer Eric Lundberg, who used to teach English on Okinawa, and he lived there with his family. Lundberg happened to be visiting Portland. He heard about the search, and he said, all right, I'll be the boots on the ground. And when he got back to Okinawa, started talking about it. Carolyn said, I made copies of some of the photos for them and immediately recognized the logo on the shirts of a youth group. How amazing was that? Back in Okinawa, our volunteers went to the town hall to ask about members of the society and found themselves standing in front of a man who was the elder of the group. He recognized a friend in the photos. He called the friend's sister to come immediately. She not only recognized her brother, but also saw herself in some of the photos. Everybody met up in Okinawa, and they took a new photo to commemorate this most extraordinary union of family, place, and memory. Wow.
When you save on auto insurance for driving safe with USAA Safe Pilot, you'll feel like a big deal, even in a traffic jam. Save up to 30% with USAA Safe Pilot. Restrictions apply.
Good news if you're a wood stork, you're coming off the endangered species list. The wood stork faced extinction in 1984. The population had decreased from 20,000 nesting pairs to less than 5,000. A recovery program was started. Today, the wood stork breeding population has doubled to 10,000 or more nesting pairs. Wood storks will remain a protected species. And yep, I've got another McDonald's story for you. I know, I can't believe how many of these are. All right, here is the trick to getting fresh fries without asking for no salt. This from TikTok user Jodeci. All right, how do you get fresh fries at McDonald's without having to ask for no salt? And why would I ask for no salt? Because that way you get a new batch and then you add your own salt, right? However, Jodeci on TikTok says that's completely unnecessary. It slows down the entire operation for yourself and other customers. Here's the hack. Just say you want the fries dropped fresh. 9 times out of 10, the fries are already dropped fresh. She also explained why you can never get a milkshake. You know how it's like a joke, but it's true? The ice cream machine is always broken at McDonald's. She said, the ice cream machine is rarely broken, at least in my location. We just don't want to change the heavy bags of shake mix. She also said McDonald's employees are not allowed to take tips, just in case you wanted to tip us, but I still took them, though. And that's your 5 good news stories for today. Follow the show for free on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your shows. You have a great day.
Hello, I am Mark Francis, host of Palace Intrigue, the podcast that delves into the daily drama of the British royal family. These short daily episodes cover the latest news and scandals involving the likes of Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, Kate Middleton, King Charles, and the rest. From backroom sources to public controversies, we've got you covered. Whether you're a long-time fan or just curious about the royals, Palace Intrigue is the perfect podcast for you. So join us as we explore the lives, legacies, and dramas of the British monarchy. Subscribe now and never miss an episode of Palace Intrigue.